All right, this is Chaotic Crypto. It's where we defy tyranny. Your source for everything crypto. So it's been a while, maybe a week or so since I posted. I just have to say that I haven't had much time. Work has been crazy, but at the same time, I've been posting a lot and haven't been getting much feedback. So if you are watching this, please hit the like, subscribe, tell people about it. I don't know. I don't have very many followers, but I'm getting there. I feel like I give out pretty good information, and I've pretty much called this pump that we're dealing with right now. So I'm not trying to boast or anything, but I feel like I do make some good calls, and there are some good qualities to this channel, and I really just want to help people discover blockchain and the power of decentralization and crypto. Yeah, it's about money, but it's really about changing the world for the better. And please spread the word and leave a comment. Just any suggestions and whatnot. So basically, we're in a pullback right now, and everyone's kind of probably freaking out about it, or they're getting ready to. And there's a lot of there's a lot of chances that a good chance that we'll pull back more tomorrow after Jeremy Powell speaks, and probably he's likely going to be very hawkish, and he's going to want to cool the markets down. We've had a pretty good run here, and it's pretty likely that we'll probably make probably some kind of correctional wave and then continue, and that would make a giant inverse head and shoulders and take us back probably on some kind of bull run in March. I mean, there's a chance that actually it could be a shorter one and we just run quicker, but more than likely there's going to be a cool-off period. We also have tax season coming out. There'll be some FUD about that. People are going to be taking money out to try to pay their taxes, and there's going to be some, more than likely, some pullback here. And we've had a really good run, and it's great. I think this has been a really positive moment, and I think the bear market's essentially coming to an end, but we may have a little bit more consolidation to go, and that'd be a good thing because it gives us more time to buy some cheap crypto. I mean, it's a blessing, not a curse. One thing is that the total market cap is hovering around 1 trillion. So it'd be nice if we could kind of stay in this area and then move on up. It's probably something what we'll likely see. It's like we'll probably form some kind of inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, it's a very likely situation. But I'm just kind of looking at just different indicators. What do I really think is going to happen? And we are starting to get a pullback. And just looking at the daily stochastic RSI, though, it's recharged, and we could get another push up. I mean, if Jerome Powell say he's a little bit dovish, or even just a little less hawkish tomorrow, or I think it's Wednesday actually, he speaks. They talk about raising rates. I mean, if there's any kind of indication that he's a little softer, I mean, markets will continue to rally, which would be interesting. Regular daily RSI is pulling down to 4 hour. 4 hours completely exhausted. So we might get another run back up to the 23, 24K level, maybe even 25, and then reject. That's certainly a possibility. The 2 hour starting to pull up. We are holding decent support. But where do I think that we'll probably pull back to? Well, I think worst case scenario would be the 19 to 20K. Maybe not the worst scenario, but that's probably a very probable scenario, being that there is a CME gap in that area, and that is the 0.618 Fibonacci. And again, just to kind of project what that would sort of look like, maybe pull down to the 618, maybe a fake out, go down, and then kind of go up in the springtime. See what What dates that would be? That would be April. The light cuts off right there. Yeah, that puts us in the April, May, springtime era. And that would also create a giant inverse head and shoulders of a target of probably 28 to 30K, maybe even 38K. That's when you're talking about the real, real rally. I think everyone's gotten a little too exuberant. I think we have a lot more work to do. I think some more consolidation would bode well for the space, and I think tax season is going to be kind of a tough thing for people. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think tomorrow we'll probably see some, or maybe get a rally tomorrow, and then when Jerome Powell speaks, he's real hawkish, and that pulls the markets back. And maybe they do a 0.5. Maybe they're like a more aggressive rate hike, and that would freak everybody out. There's another list of indicators off Crypto Crown Trading. He's a trader, a really good trader, and it's kind of interesting. This is like the global open interest. This is like all the traders. This is the amount of, I guess, leveraged trading that's out there, and we're at like extreme lows right now. And it's just a good indicator. I would say, like, if we were seeing like a spike like this or in the red for sure, I'd be like, hey, we're gonna probably see some correctional activity, but I don't really see anything like that here. Fear and Greed Index is kind of at these higher levels that you really don't want to see right now, and I think that's another reason we could see some pulling back. The funding rates are still pretty bullish. I mean, I think it's likely to get a big correction. It's another indicator. Regular Fear and Greed Index, it's 51, neutral. I mean, I just think it'd be really healthy if we had a pullback and we looked after, like, Fear and Greed of 30, and that'd be the new base. Come back down, yeah, like high of 30 or 40. This is the 20. This is the 30 level. Maybe 40. We're back to 30. Really, I mean, I think that would be very healthy. Fear, crypto bubbles. There's a lot of pulling back going on. Let's see, Matic's up 10%. Phantom, I've been starting to stack that. I have a sneaking suspicion that Phantom and Engine Coin are going to be big plays. The guy Tika Tawari did a webinar thing on Saturday, and I watch his stuff. I don't subscribe to his newsletter. Well, I did once, but if you watch his stuff, you can kind of catch little hints, and they'll say, like, they'll try to give recommendations, but you have to pay like $100 or $2,500 for these recommendations. I definitely don't think it's worth it. I paid like $600 once for his newsletter for 6 months or a year, and it literally didn't do anything for me. I'm sorry. Just watch out for you can do better doing your own research and watching free YouTubers, as long as they're good ones. BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Banter, Crypto Zombie, Altcoin Daily. Those guys, they know what they're doing, and don't believe everything they say, but just like you could do your own research an hour a day, and like that will do more for you probably than subscribing to some newsletter. It costs $5,000. So I did his smaller newsletter, and it was worthless. It didn't do anything for me. So live and learn. Aptos, be careful of that one. Mina, be careful. When they start pumping like that, like, you don't want to be buying the top. But like I pretty much got out of a lot of my leverage positions. I went into a little bit of cash. I'm not selling my crypto anytime soon, probably for another year. But as far as trading and leveraging, things seem like they're cooling off, so I'm a little bit hesitant. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Oh yeah, I did have I was looking at the VPVR supports and just taking a look at what we're dealing with, where we're at in this market, and again, this is just great. This chart that I have right here is just really very clear. It shows what's really going on. We had a wedge. We broke out of the wedge. It's solid. It's a good break. I don't think we're going to come back down. Sometimes these big wedges, you'll come up and retest it, and that could happen. That'd be a 12K retest. It'd be awful if it did, but highly unlikely that would happen. That would happen if the stock market crashed or Tether explodes or something. It's just unlikely. That's an extreme black swan. We've already had tons of black swan events. Probabilities are that we're consolidating and getting ready to go into a bull market for the next couple of years. So with that said, okay, we're slowing down. We're hitting some resistance in this area. This shouldn't be that much resistance. So what I would like to see is we fall down into this volume node, this volume support node. We build resistance, and then we'll shoot up. And there's a lot of volume support here. So these levels are going to be very difficult to pop. So that's 28 to 30K. It's very, very unlikely that we come up and push through that anytime really soon. It's probably going to be like we come down here, we find support on this 20K level, we jump around, we could probably come up, get rejected, come up, rejected, and that's probably how the next year is going to go. At least for the next 6 months, and then maybe by the end we pop it and then come back down. Possible too to break. See, this is the highest part. It's 37 to 40K. To break that's going to take all year to build support, I think, to be able to take that out. That's probably going to be a 2024 thing or end of this year thing. And the thing is, that once you break that, you come up here, there's this, you've gotten over most of the hurdles. It's going to be to the races pretty quick. So, but you see these gaps, that's probably where we're going to pop in and out of for the next year, 6 months to a year. But the big thing is we really want to come down here and retest that as support. And if that holds as support, then we know we're good. If it breaks as support, then we know there's more suffering to go. And it's very unlikely because the halving is coming up. Litecoin's halving is this fall. Bitcoin's halving is next spring, 1 year out. Supply gets cut in half. Ethereum's supply is deflationary as well. So there's just a lot of positive things going on in the space. So yeah, I really like this chart. This is just really good. This is Crypto Watch. The other, my other charts are pretty busy. There's a lot of stuff on. I need to clean them off. But it just kind of shows you what's going on. The Fibonacci retracements are really handy. Yeah. And that shows you kind of like your different levels of where we probably pull back to. And that's just the most likely scenario. This is Trading View. I think Crypto Watch is nice because they usually have to pay for this volume support feature, but it's free on here. So definitely recommend it. It's a good program. So, but yeah, I just wanted to check in and just ease people's fears. I mean, we might get some good opportunities to buy some cheaper crypto soon. But again, like I was saying, what a lot of traders are wanting is for us to come down and retest these areas. What scares me is that a lot of times what the traders want, what the market wants, you don't get it. So it's possible that we shoot up and then fall down. And we wouldn't get an opportunity to buy cheap crypto until July. I think that's less likely, but we'll see what happens. All right, we'll check back in tomorrow, definitely Wednesday after the FOMC, and kind of give my thoughts on that. All right. Till then, peace.